I never really got into Pokemon. I mean, we kind of all did at some point when we were a kid, but that was because everyone else was doing it. I'm pretty sure everyone realizes now that everyone is suddenly into Pokemon again. It's like everyone who was in high school kind of didn't say it because, you know, high school sucks, and if you ever said that you played Pokemon, people would be like, dumbass. I think people have developed like this sort of like unnatural, almost zealous appeal for Pokemon, because a long time ago now, I was on Facebook, and I don't know if you've done this application where it's like pick 5 things that you like, and one of them asked me 5 Pokemon that you wish you had in real life. So I was like, oh, okay, this is cool, you know. I do it, and I look down the list, and I'm like, I guess Charizard's pretty cool. And then there's the big Ho-Oh thing. I was like, oh, that'd be cool, because, you know, he looks cool. And there were a couple that I forgot. And then I remember I picked Mewtwo, because, you know, he's all evil and like, mwahaha, and all psychic, so I can make him do psychic stuff on people, like punch themselves in the face, and that'd be pretty cool. No, I just did that. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't really care. I just did that to kill time, and it was fun for like 5 seconds, whatever. 5 minutes later, not even 5 minutes, 5 seconds later, I get all these notifications, and a bunch of my friends commented on them, and they're all like, oh my god, what the hell, what did you do, why did you pick Ho-Oh, it's a legendary Pokemon, you only get one, you're such an unoriginal fuck, oh rah rah, bitch, 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 rah. And I'm like, wow, people take this shit seriously. Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda. I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to make another video before, but I never did it. And now it's kind of too late because, you know, E3 is kind of old news right now. But still, I want to give my input. And I'm going to show you the video right now. I'm not going to show the whole video because this thing can only go up to 10 minutes, but I'm going to show some short clips of it right now. So, here we go. There are 2 types of Zelda fans, and they would react differently to this video. The first Zelda fan would look at this video and jizz in their pants. The second fan would look at this video and go, oh. That second Zelda fan really hated Wind Waker and all the, you know, toony Zelda characters, and they really liked Twilight Princess because it was so realistic. Well, not very realistic, but it was more realistic than its predecessors. So after Twilight Princess, oh my god, imagine what the next Zelda game is going to be like. It's going to be like, you know, God of War, and it's going to be like, they're going to be like guts and pus flying and, you know, shit like that. After this video came out and they were disappointed, I was like, you know, Zelda is never going to be like God of War. As much as we would like that to happen and it would be really cool, that's not the point of Zelda. Zelda is supposed to be, ever since the first Zelda game came out, it's supposed to be this kind of, not like, you know, a fairy tale with like, you know, but like this kind of like elegant, epic fairy tale storytelling. It's never going to be like this huge macho Link swinging like a master axe instead of like a master sword and just like cutting people's heads off. It's not going to happen. Story looks really good this time because apparently this takes place in the very beginning of Hyrule. When you see Link jump down, I think they said that Link lives now in some place above the sky, and then he hears about the land below and he wants to go down there. So you see him, that must be near the beginning of the game or something, and I really hope that Ganondorf isn't in it. That's the one thing that I kind of I'm always bugged out about Zelda games is that they have this specific type of formula, and it's starting to get very tedious at this point. So I really hope there's no Ganondorf. I really hope that it's something huge and ominous and not really like some sort of like Final Fantasy-esque villain who's kind of like this nameless evil, instead of just like, oh, a guy who's like really evil and has like an evil laugh and kidnaps a princess again. The second thing I wanted to talk about, that they're remaking Goldeneye. Now, Goldeneye for the N64 was an epic, groundbreaking game. We all know Goldeneye. Even if you never watched a James Bond movie, you have played Goldeneye 64. So, I was looking online, and then I found this video where they're remaking it, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. But then I stopped. I'm like, oh no. Because, watch this video.
Let's go.
Nobody ever died being too careful. Words to live by.
Now, just like with the Zelda thing, there are two kinds of reactions to this. There's like the, oh my god, this is so awesome, I'm so gonna play this reaction. And the second reaction is like, why did they put Daniel Craig instead of Pierce Brosnan? I hope they didn't really fuck this up. My thinking is that they did fuck it up. Because you know who's making this game? Activision. Activision sucks at making James Bond games. Because this was the last James Bond game that came out. This game sucked ass. It was the most unbelievably bad James Bond game ever. I can't even explain how. It's not that. Okay, first of all, there's the graphics, which is, well, as much as I hate to say it, the Wii can't do graphics, so that was the first kind of bad thing. But, you know, I could have lived with that. But then, as you're playing the game, it's so boring. It's so like, it's just, you're just going around and you're just shooting people. Which I know it sounds weird, but with the other games, you know, you're driving the cars, and then, you know, you're doing flips, and then you have like all the gadgets, and you're like, which I know the new Bond movies don't have any gadgets, but still, you know, you don't have any really breathtaking sequences. It's just a real down-to-the-wire shooting game that really doesn't bring anything new at all to the table. And I was playing the multiplayer on this, and, you know, I figured, oh my, this is awesome, because, you know, it's Wi-Fi. That means I can play online. So I was hoping that would make up for the very poor single-player mode. It didn't. It was like the game, very boring. And that's the thing, the multiplayer, you're just walking around and it's just like bam bam, oh, you're dead. Because the thing with GoldenEye is that everyone knew the map, so everyone was really sneaky. So it was like a really tense fight, you know, you were always like, you know, waiting for the other person to come out, and it was like, you know, a nail-biting experience. And this one is not. People are just like, you know, walking around, no one's really caring about anything. And not to say that the multiplayer is instead frantic, because if all of you have played GoldenEye, then surely you must have played or tried Time Splitters 2. The multiplayer in that is like jumping into a war zone naked. You're just going in the field and everyone's like, and there's like monkeys and bears, like really, there are seriously monkeys and bears in that game, and they're just like shooting you with shotguns, and you know, that's really frantic, but it's fun. It's fucking fun because it's like fucking insane. This is just boring. It's like playing some old NES game where your character just walks in one line and it's like bam, 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 bam. It's so boring. And which is why, when I saw that they were remaking GoldenEye, I was like, oh no, they're really gonna fuck this up. So that sucks.